Hello, everyone. My name is Beth Kelly with Close the Gap Podcast. I'm here today to give you some ideas on what you can do with your youngsters from preschool all the way up to high school in their downtime to give you something to do and things that will bring your family together during this uncertain time. I know that our kids are in school and they're going to be spending anywhere from 3 to 6 hours doing their schoolwork on technology. And technology has been, a necessity during these times. However, there is a time to get away from technology to still be able to skill build with our little ones all the way up to our older ones. So I want to share with you some ideas that might give you just that extra push to do a little bit extra with your kiddos. So some of my kids I do a lot of travel games with, and there's a reason I use travel games in my therapy. So the travel games come in smaller pieces, so the manipulation skills required take a little bit more effort. And so I want to hone in on those skills with my kids and get them up to speed with these fine intrinsic muscle skills, okay? So as you can see here in this chair that I've set up, I've got some items here: Battleship, Boggle, Floor Memory, Go Fish, Scrabble, and Connect 4. There's a lot more things that we can do. Coloring, cutting, pasting, arts and crafts of all kinds, okay, to help with those skills. But it's the manipulation skills that help us build those small muscle groups inside of the hand for pre-handwriting and handwriting skills, okay? So I've got set up here on the floor some things that, if you can see that, I printed these off the internet to go ahead and create a floor memory game. Now, the floor memory game, I created probably about 16 pairs of items. And with that, I was able to laminate the cards so that if I go out on the back patio or on the grass or even on a large floor, my kids are able to do large movements in a controlled space and still get the idea of what memory skills are all about. And so we can do pairs, we can do groups, we can do teams with this kind of activity, okay? And so you can incorporate your entire family unit into that one activity. Now, the other things that I love to do would be small competitions, one-to-one, with my kids. For example, playing Battleship. And they get to learn their letters and their numbers, learning spacing and rules of the game and how to take turns. So, and the fine motor skills is putting the pegs on the board to keep track of their moves. So that's a great activity. The next one that we like to do is Scrabble. Some of my kids don't like to spell and they don't like to write sentences, but when they play the game and they can push the letters into the board and they can spell the words correctly, it encourages them to write those simple sentences that you're after. And it's the writing skill, not necessarily the grammar skill. The next thing I like to do with younger kiddos is let's play Go Fish. I have very simple games. The Go Fish game that I have is literally matching colored fish. There are some others that are more complicated, and you can utilize those for your older kiddos. And that makes a great round-the-table activity for all your family members. The next game I have is Boggle. It's a great way to engage early learners for pre-writing skills. They can learn their letters, they can make the sounds of the letters, and that's when you can really help them determine how spelling works, what the sounds mean, and how much fun is it to find it on the board. So those are just some recommendations to help ease the discomfort of having to be home in technology. Some other ideas that you might want to try, and you're probably already doing this, so I encourage you to keep going, is coloring. Coloring with crayons or coloring with colored pencils or fine tip markers. Those are all great ways to build the muscles in the hand that allow us to have strong grip for writing skills. If you're a good writer and you can keep up in class, learning is a whole lot easier. So I want to continue to encourage you to be a blessing to you. If you have questions about what I've presented today, please send me an email at closethegappodcast@gmail.com. I hope you found this helpful, and I'm sure I'll be posting another soon.